There's an emergency. A full-on emergency. Yes. This is a horrible angle. I need like something to put the phone up on the wall and look down. Look how thin I would look if my phone would stick up here somehow. That's gonna be my invention. I'm going to invent a phone holder for a doorway. God, that'd be awesome. Just back here to my Chubb angle. There's an emergency in Eastern North Carolina. Emergency. Like a full-on emergency. So I get, you get, well, you don't know. I do. I get notifications on my phone. Like in the state you're in, which is a pretty big page, they're like 30,000 followers, I noticed they commented on something. So I go to look. And it's this post I wrote about Bunn's BBQ during COVID. And they said, Bunn's BBQ is permanently closed. Okay. Other people are worried about like white foxes dying out. I'm concerned about Eastern North Carolina barbecue. I mean, it's disappearing. We've already lost Simp's barbecue, which was in Roper. And I would like to say Simp's was so good. And then we lost Lane's barbecue, which was in Edenton. Now Lane's barbecue, so Simp's was good. Simp's was very lean, and you could get a grilled cheese. They didn't put butter on it. Skinny French fries, barbecue. And that's all I ever got. I used to get a barbecue sandwich, a grilled cheese, and French fries with a tea. A lot of salt. You need salt. So that was like back when my husband and I were dating. And so anyway, Simp's closed because Mr. Simp, the barbecue cooker, he died. So that was that. Well, then Lane's barbecue was in Edenton, and it closed, and it's now Edenton Office Supply. But Lane's barbecue is not as good as Simp's. No. It had a little more fat in it. Is that a bathing suit? Why, yes, it's from the TJ Maxx. And COVID was devastating. Well, I don't think any COVID has closed down. This is Bunn's BBQ. Bunn's BBQ was written up in the London Times, the Washington Post. Like, Bunn's BBQ is amazeballs. They had, I'm from Kansas City, loads of barbecue. It is just not the same. You hated when Wilbur's closed. Oh, those hush puppies were good. How about the pig and the puppy at Wilbur's? It was like a hush puppy with barbecue in it. Just unfolded a shirt. So the Bunn's BBQ, to me, was famous, and I've only been in Edenton 20 years. Bunn's BBQ is famous because their cornbread, like most cornbread is kind of thick and fluffy. Theirs, it's almost like they forgot to put yeast in it or something. So it was really hard and, stiff. I'm talking about cornbread. And then their barbecue was really good. And if you really pushed them, they'd give you a bottle of their vinegar sauce, which I just recently ran out of. Yeah, I thought Wilbur's had reopened Camp Pamela. I was wondering when somebody said that. What about Parker's and Bill's? So Parker's has a corn stick, which is nice. And so does, who else has the corn stick? Might just be Parker's that has the corn stick. I will say it's a chain, but it's kind of like the Chick-fil-A chain of barbecue. Does anybody know who I'm talking about? I've never been to B's Barbecue in Greenville. I have been to, what's the kind of young whippersnapper that opened up the barbecue place in Greenville? Doggone it. And he's my friend. I've met him. Now I can't remember what his name is. Do you have natural curl in your hair? Yes, particularly when it's like filled up with salt water. Old Colony, now, okay. So Edenton has Old Colony Smokehouse, which is smoky barbecue, and it's very good. very. But Bunn's was more like a really finely, Sam Jones, thank you, Jane, Sam Jones barbecue. Sam Jones and Old Colony are similar. The super finely chopped barbecue was signature at Simp's and at Bunn's Barbecue. The Brunswick stew at Bunn's Barbecue was real good too. FYI. And now it's closed. That's that. And like just the other day, I thought, I'm gonna run in there and get myself some barbecue on my way home. Marty's in Wilson has corn sticks. I love a corn stick. You might as well eat a corn stick and just pop it right in the back of your pants. Skylight in Ada, North Carolina. The best barbecue in North Carolina? That is a real stretch to say something like that alone. I mean, that's like, that has to be a, Amos, knock it off. That has to be like a vote has to be taken for something like that. Hot Brass Barbecue in Sneed's Ferry. What if I just changed my life, my life's work, and you'd be like, she used to talk about education, and she doesn't anymore. She just goes around and talks about barbecue. Just needs your thought. I open my mouth apparently when I shouldn't. No. Well, I don't know what I could possibly do for you other than make you feel not so alone. Barbecue with mustard sauce. Ew. Oh. Amos. Somebody is up there. Bridges Barbecue in Shelby. No, I did not know about this. No, sir. Cooper's in downtown Raleigh. I mean, you can't go to downtown Raleigh and get barbecue. You go downtown to Raleigh to get like pate or something. Pate. What's a corn stick? It's like a long hush puppy that's fried. Yep, that's what it is. It's real good. Lexington barbecue. I don't know about these things. I'm clearly not an expert like I thought I was. Browns. I mean, look at these people coming out of the darn woodwork. Don't anybody send me barbecue. I need barbecue like a hole in the head. What's a corn stick? I mean, what are you people? Where are y'all from? It's like I'm talking to a bunch of like Europeans. Europeans. This is the world's ugliest blanket. My mother bought this for my daughter who was like 10 and had to have it. A pepperoni pizza blanket. I detest this thing. And you know how come it is that you lose all the good stuff but the things you don't lose are ugly things like this. And I never can figure out how to fold it. What? You're making a lot of racket, Tootsie Pop. Aren't you? Where are you going?
I want to watch it downstairs.
Watch what downstairs?
Down here.
What are you going to watch?
This is watch and time. Can I watch it down here?
Can you? I think you could. My towel folding. It's not that good. I know. I'm aware of this. Kansas, no corn sticks. We are down at Atlantic Beach, North Carolina, and I have some people renting our condo tomorrow. So I was trying to do as much laundry as I could. Oh no! Middle of this, fold that blanket like a pepperoni pizza. This is sort of creepy, isn't it? Ma Engel's quilt has got a hole in it. Cute top. It's a bathing suit. I'm going to get in the swimming pool. I've left one towel out for myself. What do you have? Here. Tell my followers, Amy. Show them what kind of snake you've got at the aquarium. Look, come here. Let me see. Come see it.
A desert rattler.
A desert rattler?
Yeah.
Do you want to take the tag off his face?
Nope.
Nope. You're getting a good tan. So I wear a lot of sunscreen, and I get a lot of comments. Too much sun. I know this. I really do have too much sun. But I would say, when you have spent a summer with a 9-year-old with autism, who will not go on, he likes the beach at night, so that's great. We go out there. But he likes the pool. You might as well, like, get to be the tannest person on the planet, and if you spend all day in the pool. You've lost your mind. I know I have. Look what I did. This is real funny. Okay, so this is a pizza box that Russell didn't throw away. I filled it up with dog hair. Okay. You're okay. You're making a mess. And we're trying to clean up. Making a mess. Honor, do you want the blankies? Blankies, Cheez-Its. Oh, I got Cheez-Its. I got my Carly Cheez-Its from when I got down here. Okay, what channel is it on? Prime Video and Netflix? What?
Netflix.
Okay. What do you want to watch?
Story box answer time.
Okay. My husband was like, "Did you pay the bill? We have no internet at home." And of course, I was like, crap, I bet I didn't. The last time we had no internet, I started calling. Are you sure it's on this? I don't see it, Amos. I called the neighbors. And I was like,
I see it.
Okay. And I was like, is y'all's internet out? And they were like,
Season 2.
no, it's not out. I was like, that's strange. Me no paid the bill. So then today when he said it, of course he thought,
Season 1.
okay, you want season 1.
Season 1 is multiplication.
That's what you want to play, multiplication? If you haven't watched the show Storybots, it's very good. They answer all sorts of questions.
Multiplication.
I'm getting there. Today we watched, what did we watch?
The GPS.
What?
Out there.
You want to watch GPS?
Yes. That's why a dog cools down. Can't you skip it, Mommy?
Skip the intro?
Yes. That's why a dog cools down right over here.
Why does the dog cool down?
Hey, skip it to a dog cools down.
Well, here, you want to skip it?
Yeah?
Okay, you do it.
No, wait.
Is it on this GPS one?
Over there.
Okay, well, you're in the way. I can't see. Okay, show me when to stop.
Over there. Over there. Right over there. Right over there. Right over there. Right over there.
Keep going.
Right over there.
The dog looks hot.
Right there. Right over there. Right over there. Right over there. There it is.
Right there?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah.
I heard that Carly was getting charged. Yeah, so that's what I do. I spend time with people telling me what to do with the remote. So when I got those text messages the other day, you're entitled and you're this and you're that, I'm like, I do have it pretty good. But if you think I'm sitting around playing dominoes, looking good and exercising, you're wrong. I'm just a normal person. A normal person who can't walk past a box of apple turnovers and eat the center out of one for dinner. He's expressing himself so well. He is, Anne, isn't he? He really is. My golly Molly. You have white fuzz from the blanket on your nose. Oh, you do. You were the best mom. Well, best mom might be a stretch. But I try to be an okay mom, you know? And I mean, I'm just a regular mom. I just happen to, evidently, most people don't show. Oof, I need to go up and get a battery. That smoke alarm started going off last night. Most people just aren't willing to show what happens when things go bad. they go bad around here pretty regularly. So, I mean, I just can't worry about it. And don't we want other moms to like feel like, you know what? I'm not perfect and it's awesome. You know? Or I do. What do you have on? I have on a bathing suit, which I am gonna hop in the water. Now it's on your lip. Let me look. You know what I did years ago? Let's see. I did nightly news videos. But now I can't even do nightly news videos because y'all are real obsessed about the buzz. Because I don't even know what's happening in the world. You're getting exercise. Why is Amos nasally when he speaks? Well, that's a really good question. So we have taken him to the dental school at Chapel Hill. And his palate, the only way you could see if there is something wrong with your palate that you could fix, you have to put a camera on a tube and put it up through somebody's nose and down in their throat. And he has to talk and approximate sounds. Well, years ago, he wouldn't have done that. He maybe is closer to doing something like that now, but I cannot imagine putting something up his nose and having him not have a heart attack over it. So if his palate, like, so when you say mama, dada, do you hear how you close it when you say mama? Dada. Dada is air, mama is none. So his brain might not be telling his palate what to do. Or it might just be that he needs to be trained to do it. So, anyway. He also speaks real, and my friend Carrie Cariello's son is similar. Like, when she writes how he speaks, she uses a lot of periods. Like, I want to watch the TV. And I think it's just so hard. He's putting the words together. And for Amos, it's huge. I mean, I really did think, holy cow, I did not feel assured that he was going to talk ever. Hold on. I really felt like it might not happen. And for some people, it doesn't happen. I mean, it just might not happen. And that's okay, you know, and I think that's the thing that's okay with moms of children with disabilities is that they might never hit this like pinnacle, you know? And I think if anything, it's just helped me realize that I apply it to my other children. So it's like, yeah, my oldest son wants to go to Chapel Hill, right? So does everybody in North Carolina. And recently he was kind of saying, somebody was asking me, he was like, I don't really know. And I said, but you do know, right? You want to go to Chapel Hill. He was like, yeah. And I said, then own it. Tell it. Say, you know what? I really want to go to Chapel Hill. I'm nervous I might not get in. And if I don't get in, I'm going to apply a couple places that I think I will get in. But if I still really want to go to Chapel Hill, I'll transfer over there. You know? And it's okay to own it. Own. You know, I can tell you that when I started writing, I wasn't trying to make money. But early on, I did realize, like, I want to get published places. You know, like Disney Blog, you know. Scary Mommy was a big one. Huffington Post was a big deal back in the day. And I set off to do it. You know, and I was like, I'm going to get 10,000 followers. I am going to get 10,000 followers. I worked my butt off to get 10,000 followers that first year. I mean, I messaged people. I was hustling. hustling. I was doing things you should, I don't even want to tell you about. No, I'm just kidding. That's from that movie, The Wedding Planner with Jennifer, is it with Jennifer Lopez? Where she wants to be a partner and the woman's like, you were a baby when I started this business. Does Amos go to speech therapy? He went to speech therapy 4 or 5 times a week for years. Yes. And he still does it. My oldest would be happy to read his essay. Oh, that's nice. I heard you say one time you think you may have ADHD. You do have many characteristics that I have. Oh, when bills get overlooked and services get cut off, that's ADHD. Oh. Well, I call that I need an assistant. No, I don't think I have ADHD. Because one time I took some of these Ritalin in college and I had to go out. I couldn't even do anything. You had your daughter go where she was offered the best scholarships. Rachel, not all of us have Einsteins. I don't know if my people are getting any scholarships unless they like learned a hula hoop or something. I wouldn't tell anybody that though, because they might get mad at you. Way he processes language, so his prosody is not smooth. No biggie. I'm glad to hear him speaking. And of course, you're right about the nasality. Well, I don't know if I'm right. Honor, you're not going to cry to go on the porch. Well, actually, I don't know. I won't let her. A lot of kids won't say they want to go to Chapel Hill because they are afraid they won't get accepted. Well, I know that exact thing, Nancy. I totally agree with you. But why don't we just become the people that just go ahead and admit it? I want to go to Carolina. I want to go to NC State. I want to go to Harvard. I want to go wherever. Just say it. You know? Darn it. Just say it. Because it's okay to be, oh, no, aren't these darn shoes? It's okay to be honest and just admit something, I guess. And that really doesn't happen. But, you know, since I've been doing that, because he said it was fine if I said that. This mom the other night, she said, oh, does he know where he wants to go? And I said, yeah, he wants to go to Carolina. And she goes, oh, so does my son. And I was like, great. Then we've started on the right foot. Let's just be honest, you know? And he's worked really hard to try to have that happen. Is it going to happen? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen. But he sure worked hard. And if he doesn't get in, I didn't get into Carolina undergrad. But the best part was that I really thought I would. And considering my 980 on the SAT and my B's, not only did I not get in, I didn't even get like a turn down letter. And I said to my parents, like, I haven't heard from Chapel Hill. And my dad said, this is how I was raised. I'm not like, you know, there are people that like, they want their children to have this wonderful, perfect existence. I do not, because it is not reality. And then you have a brother that dies of cancer, or you have a dog hit by a car, or you have a child with a disability, and all hell breaks loose. You gotta like prepare your kids to be tough, you know? So my dad says to me, turned down a scholarship to Princeton, but he did go to Duke. It was hard financially. Yeah, no, my dad would not have allowed that, Lisa. And I'll tell you that story in a minute. This is more like a subscriber video. But I said, I haven't heard from Carolina yet. And my dad said, maybe they thought your application was a joke. And I think he was right. Like, I applied and they were like, this person clearly didn't think they were going to get in. Bosoms are coming out. Yeah. But I got in, but for graduate school, I went to Chapel Hill for my master's. And My godmother, Susan Airy, said at the time, find out if Jennifer's still on the waiting list, who had graduated like 10 years before. But I got into Cornell and I got into NC State for graduate school. And I wanted to go to Cornell, right? Like Cornell is it's a big deal place, you know? And my dad said, if you want to go to Cornell, then you need to look into school loans. And I went to NC State, where I had a full scholarship. So it was important. My cousin's daughter got the Moorhead Scholarship and a full ride to UNC Chapel Hill. She threw it all away to party during COVID. What? Ain't nobody getting any Moorhead Scholarship around here. I don't think. So there you have it. And the other day we were talking about that. I said, so-and-so got a scholarship, but they went somewhere else. My dad goes, in my family, you go where the scholarship is. Or remember we bought a chocolate lab we had before we had Honor. We had a dog named Clark, and we paid $300 for her. Actually, we bought her from my friend Mary Scott's dad. And my dad goes, I mean, I just never thought I'd see the day where a Harold paid for a dog. Because we always just went and got the dog, you know, at the pound. Oh, he didn't want to move away from the girlfriend. Well, that was nice, Lisa. Cornell. I'm so glad I didn't go to Cornell. No offense to Cornell. Your child got into Harvard and turned it down and didn't tell you till years later? I think I'm going to start telling people that I got into Harvard and turned it down. I'm going to admit something I've never admitted to another soul. I applied to Harvard. I did not make a 980 on the SAT. I'm telling you, I have always had way too much confidence. I've always thought I looked better than I do. I'm smarter than I am. I mean, confidence out the yazoo. Literally, I applied to Harvard. I think I did get a declination. Is declination a word? If it's not, it should be. Declination instead of decline. Now, I gotta go. My 15-year-old's calling me for another ride. That's all I do. Come be a subscriber. After I pick him up, we'll do a video.